it's Nom.
And it's Trish, and welcome to Curated.
Happy New Year, guys.
Finally.
Today we are going to be giving you all a rundown of, I guess, like our fave skincare products of 2022.
Yeah.
Some are new, some are regulars, and just what we'll be carrying into the new year with us, I guess. The best of the best. Creme de la creme.
Yeah, the best of skincare. That's why the skin is glowing somehow. Let's get it.
Go on, girl.
So my first product was the Skin 1004 Centella Ampoule. I love the product. It was so good. I think it was just really light. I use it mostly in like autumn, winter time. It was like a nice little finish off to my skincare nightly routine, and it was fab. So I love that one.
Listen, I had it in my products as well.
Oh, did you?
But use autumn, winter, whereas I loved it in the summertime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, it was my fave in the summer. I think especially because like this year it was super, super hot. And you know me, in the summer I get my heat rash. So I just found like whenever like I had a bit of a heat rash or XYZ, the Centella, like I actually popped it in the fridge and then I would use it at night.
Ooh.
And it was like super soothing, super calming, really hydrating. I love the texture, like light, absorbs easily. Yeah, it's just one of those like products that you just pick up and you use and it does what it needs to do.
And alongside they have masks version of the ampoule as well, which are really, really good because it's in the summer that one was my go-to. Like it was just like refreshing because the mask somehow even in the summer it's really cold, so it was just amazing. So I love that one.
My first fave would be the Lagom cleanser, but the cream one, not the gel one. I haven't tried the gel one. The cream one I loved. I thought it was an amazing cleanser. Does the job. You know how I feel about cleansers. I just want them to do what they need to do without like stripping my skin of moisture, and I feel like that was the Lagom one for me. I loved how soft it was. I loved like the creamy texture. I love that. Again, it's not
cream is good.
Cream is good.
Yeah, always.
I prefer it to gel.
I think gel for me feels too slippery. It's almost like it doesn't really work on the skin. I feel like cream just does what you. I feel like I'm actually getting a proper cleanse.
Yeah.
Gel sometimes for me makes it just feel like it's sitting on my skin rather than actually working.
Doing what it needs to
do.
Whereas for me, like gel, I just don't like how foamy it gets.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's the reason.
I hate, like gel cleansers for me get too foamy, whereas cream cleansers are like a nice foamy. They're not a messy foamy. They're just like a nice soft, like they lather up nicely without like
too much
little bubbles and stuff like that come with gel cleansers.
Fair.
So that's why I prefer foam cleansers. But yeah, this was a go-to for me. Like if I was to recommend a cleanser, it would be that one. If I was to go back to one this year, it would be that one. It's a good one. 10 out of 10 cleanser.
Love that. So my next fave was actually towards like autumn winter. So in the summer I was using a really light toner, and then towards the winter I thought let me swap it out for something a bit more thicker. So I opted for the Dr. Sirocco vegan kombucha essence. So it's an essence but it can double as a toner anyway, and I just needed something to like moisturize my skin so much because the drier months just make my skin terrible. So I swapped for that one, and it was literally like the most transformative product. I think that's like my favorite product of 2022.
It's
not gonna lie.
One.
It's so good. You shake it a bit, and then like the tea essence mixes with like the sort of like the milky, and it becomes like one, and it's so good. I do like 2 layers of that, and my skin just I feel like it transformed overnight. But yeah, morning, night, in the winter has been my go-to. It's just so good. Like I can sing praises all day about
the kombucha. No,
the vegan kombucha.
Honestly, you know, like it's one of those products where you use it and you're like, it's worth the hype.
Yeah.
Because like I used it again at the start of the year, because people were talking about it so much.
And I'm annoyed because it took me so long.
What this thing is about, and it's I love it. I love the milky texture. Again, I can see why you say it's transformative because it's supposed to be full of like probiotics.
Yeah.
Anti like fungal stuff and like all of that stuff.
You are vegan, it. Dr. Sirocco is one brand that is very vegan.
Known for being vegan. Actually, yeah, to be honest, it's the same thing as Access Y and stuff. They're also known for being like
vegan and like clean.
Clean brands. That's
clean
it.
brands, clean beauty. if you're vegan.
But yeah, I can add on to that. It's a fantastic essence, and I think if you're someone who likes milky toners, like defo go for it, because it's like it leaves your skin soft, it leaves it like moisturized, and I just love like the heaviness that comes sometimes with a milky toner than like a regular essence like water toner.
Water toner, yeah, because I was using, so before that I used the Laneige Milky Toner, I forgot what the actual name is. But yeah, so I compared the two and I prefer the Dr. Sirico one. I think it's just a bit thicker that I like. The other one was a bit too thin, it didn't really do much to my skin. But this one was like I'm just in love with it. Sorry.
So my favorite toner was the Som by Me Vitamin C toner this year. Guys, this toner is fantastic. No, the toner is actually sick. Do you ever like use a product and then you just like you leave it for a bit? Not leave it for a bit, but then you're just using it like because it's there. You like the bottle, you're using it, blah, blah, blah. And then one day you just kind of like look at your skin, or you're putting moisturizer on or something. You're like, yo, my skin has changed.
It's different.
Something's different.
Changed. I don't know what it is,
I've been keeping track of it. It's just like something's changed. Because with that toner, I picked it up just because like I needed a new toner, and I was like, why not go for a vitamin C? Because I didn't have a vitamin C serum at the time. I was like, let me just go for a vitamin C one. That way, I'm still incorporating vitamin C into my like daily routine kind of thing. But yeah, honestly, it's been like it's the best toner. As in, I've recently done like a purchase for like new skincare products, and I added it to the basket again because it's so good. It is full of, what is it? I can't even say it. Galactomyces? Is that what they call it? That's what they call it, the galactomyces toner, which is supposed to be like really good for like hyperpigmentation and like brightening your skin. And then obviously it's got vitamin C, it's got niacinamide. It's basically all the things that you kind of like love for dullness and like skin texture. And yeah, 10 out of 10. Would recommend over and over again, because I genuinely found that my skin texture improved so much when using this. It was towards like the end of the year, so just before I went to South Korea. And I just found like even when I came back, that's when I received the most compliments on my skin. Even me, I was confused, like I don't know, maybe it's the water in South Korea, maybe it's the water in Nigeria, and then I was like, oh wait, no, like this toner has been doing bits. But yeah, and just adding like a bit of like brightness and like freshness to like your skin. It's a really nice one. It comes in a brown bottle as well, which for me is always a plus.
Oh yeah, because vitamin C. It has to be. Come on.
And I found that it's better than the vitamin C
serum itself.
Yeah.
Really?
So you know,
of the brand or
of the same brand. So you know how like I loved the vitamin C serum and I like recommended that. I would recommend the toner
instead
over the vitamin C serum. I think the percentages are slightly different as well in like what they use within each. But I just saw a much better improvement with the toner than I did with the vitamin C serum.
Ooh.
So
interesting.
Yeah, I would definitely go for that.
Next product on the list for me was the Haru Haru Black Rice Hyaluronic Cream. I think that's what it is. It's a hella long name. That's the cream.
The Wonder it literally has like how many names?
It has so many names. So that black rice cream has been, I think you might have mentioned it before, that's why I got it.
I got it last year.
Ooh. And then I think in the summer I decided to get it. Summer heading into autumn, decided to get it, and honestly it's like the best cream for me ever. It's very lightweight, but also thick at the same time, like in the middle, and it's like perfect for morning. I just love it so much, and that's it. It just moisturizes my skin.
That's what it's supposed to do.
It literally does.
The hyaluronic acid is doing what it needs to do.
It needs to do. Like I don't think it's really good. I think for sensitive skin, because it's just a gentle cream that you wanna put on top before you put on your sunscreen, and it's a really good one to have when you feel like your skin is really dehydrated. So it doesn't have any crazy ingredients that would make you feel like, oh, this might be making my skin break out or stuff like that. I think it's a really clean product to use, so it was my go-to and I absolutely loved it.
And the packaging is so cute.
And the packaging, it's like a little bottle, and it's just it's fab.
I don't know if it's supposed to be a rice grain or what, but I just think it's the best.
It could be.
It will make you buy that product. That packaging.
It
just
really
to try
would.
it, just for whatever.
And it's cheap and cheerful. And it actually lasts a really long time. Like I thought, so the one I just bought again, I thought it finished, and I still have a lot to go. All you need to do is keep squeezing the bottle.
Honestly,
more just keeps coming out.
That's one thing I will say though. Yeah. Like it's quite annoying. I wish it was a more
towards the end.
squeezy bottle. Like
it's a bit firm.
It's a bit more like a hard shell than it is like a squeezy bottle, which is annoying actually.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's cute.
I wish the only thing I wish it was like a bigger like amount of cream.
I think like you can get a bigger version of that.
I think you can get a bigger version of the toners. I don't know about the cream. Yeah, I wish the cream was like 100 ml or 150. That would have been like perfect. Because I think it's like 50 or 30. Yeah. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's my favorite cream of the year.
The good old vitamin C dark spot tangerine.
Hey!
Listen,
the name can finish you.
That's not even the order. But I
you
know
just
that's
mixed
all.
it up.
I know
you
that's
just
all
remixed
in
it. All the ingredients are listed in the title.
I love this serum so much. It actually, like, for me, is on par with the Axis Y glow serum.
Really?
And if you spoke to me last year, you know I bought bottles of that glow serum. It was like my fave.
12 bottles worth every month.
And it's actually still a fave. Like, I carried it into the new year with me, but I just found like one that I love just as much, and that's the good old vitamin C serum. I'm not gonna say it all. It's too long. But yeah, and I love them pretty much for the same reasons. Like, they're both like really lightweight, really nice gel texture, really like sinks into the skin like nicely. If you're someone with sensitive, I can't speak today. If you're someone with sensitive skin, again, I feel like they're not too harsh on your skin. I guess is the best way to put it, because there are some vitamin C's that I've used that can be a bit harsh.
You feel the punch to your face.
For me, the Wish Trend one. I don't know if you're gonna use that one.
Yeah, I'm using that right now.
That for me was harsh.
Really?
And then the Circle one, I loved it, but it's harsh. Like, it takes some.
Is it the percentage or?
I don't know if it's the percentage. I don't know. I just know that this one is lighter and more gel, whereas the other ones are like they're like the the vitamin C that's
it's
coming
pure
out
vitamin
and it's pure.
Yeah. Oh, this one is real vitamin C, as in. You're squeezing orange into your
literally, as in it's the ones that come in their little brown color consistent
like
thingy.
Literally black bottle
for reals. Whereas for me these ones, I mean, okay, Axis Y isn't a vitamin
C anyway.
But for this one, I just liked it because it was not as harsh and it was lighter. But yeah, it's an amazing product. It has similar ingredients to what the Axis Y one does as well, though, because it has the niacinamide.
Okay.
It has centella. It has I believe it also has licorice root, which I think
that's really good.
Does. And then it has like arbutin and then 70% of like Jeju tangerines is what they say.
Jeju tangerine. Of course it's Jeju. Where else would it be?
Where else would it be?
It's never Busan. Oh, it's Jeju.
But yeah, I guess kind of like everything that you want in a vitamin C product to help with like hyperpigmentation and like dullness and just brightening your skin up. Fantastic product. I will say though, I always say Axis Y for me doesn't help with dark spots like it says it does. It just gives a nice fresh face glow, whereas I feel like this one did improve hyperpigmentation.
Ooh.
And it could be that because it has like a few more like ingredients compared to like Axis Y. But like
interesting.
I loved it. I think it really works. Again, I picked up a second bottle whilst I was in South Korea because I was like, why not?
My next product is the Aromatica Tea Tree Emulsion. So obviously Aromatica, I think, is one of like the biggest brands in Korea. I think. I don't know. I'm just claiming things.
We say this.
But Korea says different in the Western world.
For reals, I think it's a really like big Western brand.
It's a massive Western brand. So I got it recently. I got it recently, and I absolutely love that emulsion for the winter time. It's been just like a little comfort blanket for my skin. It's really like moisturized. I use it only at night time, not in the daytime at all. And it's a really thick like moisturizer. So if I'm not using my what's the moisturizer that I use?
Haru.
No, for the night.
Don't know.
It's like the medication one. That's the one that you used to use. I don't know if you still use it.
Ilyun.
Yes. So if I'm not using my Ilyun one because I just wanna
the accent one.
Yeah, if I don't use my Ilyun one, I use that one. It's just a nice. I feel like emulsion. It's just like an addition. It's not really like a necessary product to have. But when your skin, for me, when I was going through a rough patch with my skin, it saved me basically. It just adds more stuff into the skin that I need to make it nice, juicy and plumpy for the morning. And then when I was using a lot of time of vitamin C, because I always feel like I need something really like heavy moisturizing out of vitamin C, so I was using that alongside it, and I found that it was really good. I'm nearly running out of the bottle, but yeah, so far so good. And I think it's also vegan.
You need to stop this, just think.
It's also vegan.
Stop it, I'm gonna have to put now, but sorry, we found out it's not.
Veganism. No, it's a clean product.
Clean beauty.
It's clean beauty. It wasn't sell. Good product.
Anyways, let me not get into that.
We're not expecting. We're experimenting with our skin. Basically.
Oh, well done.
But yeah, the Emotion is one of my favorite products of the year, because I think it just saved my skin in the winter time when I was struggling. So
Is it the one that you showed that came with the pipette?
No.
Oh.
That was the ampoule. That was the skin off for the
no,
Centella ampoule.
in your thingy video, does it not come in a pipette? Is that a bottle? It's like a bottle that looks like it has a pipette.
Oh, it's not a pipette. It's like a little pump.
Oh, okay. It looks like
it looks like a pipette. But I saw the same, because you know what? It has like a little, what's it called? Tube running through it, so you think it's a pipette, but it's not.
No, it's not even that. It's just like the shape of the bottle.
Shape of the
and
bottle. You
made me think like
it's like a Bunsen burner type bottle thing that you know what I mean? Like science. Think about it. A funnel, funnel neck.
And another question: tea tree within it. Did you find that it was drying or it was okay?
No, it was really good actually. Yes, I think the tea tree is what was transformative. I should really read the title of my product. It had tea tree in, because I used to use tea tree in the past and I found it was quite stinging.
Yeah.
Because
it was drying for me.
Yeah, I used to use the Body Shop one and it was very, very. I just felt like when I had spots and I was using it, obviously not really. Forget that. Anyway, it was very like I just felt like the presence on my skin. I think this one is very, very watered down, so it's not prominent, but you can smell it in the product, but it's not prominent on the skin. So that's why I found it moisturizing. Because I don't think it was too. Yeah, it's mixed well. It's all clean beauty.
You're so annoying. Another fave of mine that I'm from, Honey Mask, was a fave this year. Again, more towards the end of the year than in the beginning of the year.
It's not really a summerish product.
It's not a summerish product, but for the winter, fantastic product. Again, it's just something that I gravitated towards if my skin was feeling a bit on the drier side, needed a bit of like a pick me up, and like just that added extra like bit of moisture in it. And I found myself like gravitating towards it more than I do sheet masks.
Really?
Yeah, in the winter. I just find like honestly.
To be honest, it's very, very moisturizing.
It's really moisturizing.
It's like when you wash it off, you feel like a layer of like moisture is on the skin.
Your skin feels soft.
Yeah, it makes your skin so supple and like just bouncy. I love that product as well.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic product. It was my favorite mask, definitely, especially like now, even now. In winter, the dead winter, because the winter has been wintering.
And it's not over yet.
It's not over. So I keep finding, like, I use it at least once or twice a week when I know, like, my skin has had enough of this cold. This brutal cold. But yeah, and also it smells really good.
Yeah, it does.
Like, you just want to lick it. Honestly, there have been times when you're just like, if I put this in my mouth.
You know when you put it around your mouth, you're like, let me just. It's like using the Laneige lip mask. You just want to lick it off.
Like, will it taste the same way that it smells? Probably not, but like, it's so tempting.
I'm sure it has natural products, so then
it's honey.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm eating honey. I'm using honey for my skin.
Exactly.
Come on.
I eat honey, so it should be sweet somehow. But yeah, the only thing I don't like is that like sometimes because I have the tub, but also with the tube one. When you squeeze it out, it separates.
Yeah, it does.
Which is really annoying. But I think that's also just like happens naturally with products like that where you are.
But even sometimes, because I think Pesci has the
you have to mix it.
You have to mix it, but in the bottle one you can't really mix it because it's coming as one. Yeah, but it's still a good product regardless.
But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that as my mask this year.
My favorite mask was the Neogen wine gauze mask. It has like AHA and PHAs. I think this is like the mask I always gravitate towards yearly because when you have those moments in your skin where like you feel like it's rough, because it's a really gentle mask, and it's like a little gauze. So it comes in a gauze, and like one side of it has it's like, yeah, one side is a gauze and one is a bit like not rough, but like it has just an interesting exfoliating glove almost, and it has like two sides. So one you like wipe your face with, and the other one you just like finish off, and then you do your skincare. For me, I found it like it just, if I needed to get extra gunk off my skin that I'm not really getting off when I'm doing like my proper cleanse routine, it really helps. So I literally did the masks maybe like once or twice a week sometimes. It just depends how my skin is feeling really. But I found like my face was really soft afterwards, and it left my skin just feeling, it didn't dry out my skin at all. It made my skin quite moisturized because it has the PHAs and the AHAs soaked within the gauzes. So I just love that mask so much. I always buy it yearly. I've tried the lemon one and the green tea one, but the wine one for me I think is like my favorite one, because it's quite, I don't know, I just feel like it has a different the yellow one, the lemon one is too harsh I think, and the green one I just don't think it does anything.
I agree. I don't, the green one for me is
it's not that great, but I think because this one has like AHs and PHs, it's good for your skin, for hyperpigmentation and all that stuff. So I think that's why I prefer that one more.
No, I think it depends. It definitely depends on what you want from them. Because the green one does nothing for me. I can't remember what the properties of the green one is supposed to be.
I don't even remember.
Whereas I like the purple because, like you said, it's just a nice way of adding like chemical exfoliant into your skin, without having to do too much. And then I actually really like the yellow one because it's a brightening one. And if there's one thing about me is I love a glowy skin. So anything that's going to enhance that, I'm on it. 100. But I like it also because I prefer it for my body, especially with the rougher side that you're talking about. I like putting it on my body when it's the yellow one. But the purple one for the face, honestly, like, I agree.
Chef's kiss. It's too good. I think the ingredients are just perfect for your skin, especially when you really need it. So I'd recommend it.
SPF.
I know which one it's going to be, but yeah, go on.
Guess.
Beauty of Jocelyn.
It's actually two. But
I'm surprised.
The other one is right there.
Which one? Oh, what's it called again? Round Lab.
No.
Which one's that one?
Tokobo.
I tobacco.
The thing is, I actually always call it tobacco because it's just easier. But that's not the name.
They lied with that name. You should have called it tobacco.
But I call it tobacco all the time because it's just it rolls off the tongue easier than Tokobo. What's Tokobo?
If it was a K, I think you'd realize, but the C just throws you off.
You just look at the letters and you're like, yeah,
it's tobacco.
But yeah, I love both of them. Tokobo or tobacco was one that I found a bit later on, but I loved it because of its consistency. It's a bit lighter than the Beauty of Jocelyn one. So I found that like when it was really hot in the summer, Tokobo was the one that like I would gravitate towards because it's lighter, but it still leaves that like nice like dewy finish, no white cast, no nothing. It's just like an easy, nice SPF to have. Beauty of Jocelyn, I don't know how many packs of this
bottles
SPF I've used this year, but I love it. I love the creamy texture. I love how dewy you are after you use it. I love it doesn't leave a white cast, and I just love Beauty of Jocelyn as a brand in general. I feel like there's a lot of products that they don't miss on, and this was one of them for me. Yeah, it ended up being like, I think it was my most used SPF of the year. But Tokobo was definitely like a nice one when I found it for like the hotter days
season.
Of the year. Yeah, like Beauty of Jocelyn I would use now. Tokobo I'll probably go in the summer.
In the summer.
Yeah.
So I started using Beauty of Jocelyn in the summer, and I'm a sweaty girl basically. So when it was in the hot summer and I got the Beauty of Jocelyn sunscreen, I was using it, but then I found that because my face gets really hot quickly, I was having like spots of sunscreen on my face, so it didn't completely like absorb well for me, for my skin texture.
Are you oily?
No, I'm combination, but in the summer I'm it's not like I'm oily, I just have a really warm face. Yeah, so I have a really warm face. In the summer it just doesn't help to have like a thicker sunscreen. And then so I realized when I was going through the winter, and I still had not the winter but like autumn into like the colder months, and I used the Beauty of Jocelyn, I realized that it was actually sinking into the skin much better. So I think I would only use it as a person who has like a really warm face in the summer. I would only use it in the winter, not the summer at all. But I think it was a good sunscreen as I was going towards the winter months. But for the summer, for me, it was a big no-no.
Yeah.
But it was really creamy in texture and really nice, and it just made your skin super like glowy and dewy. And then when you put that makeup on after, it's literally like chef's kiss. The skin just looks sun-kissed. Amazing. Would recommend.
And it doesn't sting the eyes.
It doesn't. Yeah. And
very important
that
for me.
Come on, you know that obviously no white cast.
No white cast. Honestly, like we wouldn't recommend if there was white cast.
We would recommend if a white cast in the bin already.
Even just a glimpse, I'd be like nah. Even me, when someone's like, oh, there is a white cast, but once it sinks in, it's fine. I'm like, so it's not for me.
It's not for
because
me.
They should not be one to begin with. I don't like that. Why should I have to wait around for it to sink
like,
in?
it should be sinking in the minute I'm applying it on my face. Come on.
But yeah, so they're my favorite SPFs.
But yeah, I think my final product for this one is the COSRX Snow Music.
You carry
it
with that
never leaves I think like it never leaves the skincare routine, and it'll always be my favorite because I just think it just works. It just works, and it never leaves the skincare table forever.
I hear that.
It just does what it needs to do: moisturize the skin, bring a glow. Yeah, like I just love it. I can always notice when it's missing from my skincare routine, and I always notice it in my skin as well, just like day to day and stuff. So in a month where like I haven't used it, I'm like, no, we need to repurchase it, we need to bring it back. I think my skin has gotten used to it.
That's it. If we take it out,
I think it's addicted to it. Yeah, honestly.
My next favorite was the Atopalm. I don't know if they call it MLE or Mille cream.
We'll go with that.
But either way, I loved it as a cream. It's one that I used now. I picked it up whilst I was in South Korea. So it's one that I just started using now towards like the winter months, and I picked it up specifically for the winter months because it is a heavier cream. But yeah, it's a really nice one. It's packed full of like ceramides. It's really good for like repairing skin barrier, and it's just one I've been enjoying this winter season. I think if you're someone who does have drier skin, maybe you have a bit of eczema here and there, and like you get patches and stuff like that, you can use it definitely for that, and it will just like really moisturize your skin in those areas. I tend to reach for it at night time. I don't use it in the day. It's too heavy, but at night it's like my go-to. Pick it up, use it on my face, use it on my patches of eczema, and keep it moving.
And it's a wrap. Last product is the Laneige Moisture Bank Essence. That was my favorite essence to use in the summer. When I got it, first of all, it's a massive bottle. It took me very, very long to finish. It's a very light essence. It just sunk into the skin perfectly. And in the summer, it literally felt like, you could do toner, that essence with a cream, and you're done. You're finished. It just did the job of like an extra, not like
a hybrid between like a moisturizer and an essence. Yeah,
sort of like a hybrid between that, and then it felt also like the hyaluronic acid like product that you use, like a gel cream. What am I trying to say? Anyway, it was very, very good for my skin, and I enjoyed it in the summer because it was very, very lightweight and it didn't feel heavy at all. And I think it just gave me like a nice dewy finish to my skin, which I got compliments on. So yeah, it was my favorite essence for the summer. Not for the winter though, because I think it's too light. I think I would need something much more thicker for the winter. But for the summer, I'm definitely going to revisit it again.
Okay, and my last favorite is the Astura.
The way you repeat these names like a million times.
Astura.
It sounds Spanish to me.
I think it's Astura, I believe.
Yeah. Astura. A-E?
I don't know if they call it Astura or
Astura. First of
no,
all,
it's Korean. Why are you calling
Why are you people... What's Korean about that? No, for real. What does Astura mean in Korean?
Anyways, the Astura Atobaria cream mist is my last favorite of this year. Another product that I randomly picked up in South Korea just because I was like, oh, let me try it. And also, if there's one brand that was talked about in South Korea, it was this one.
Ooh.
You know how like earlier we were talking about how like your your axis Y and everything like that. I feel like I didn't
Beauty of Jocelyn.
yeah, like I only saw it in like Myeongdong, which I guess where they all do like their wholesale buys and stuff like that. But in terms of like in the other shops, just like normal skincare shops, I wasn't seeing like those products that we use a lot here, like in the West.
Tons of
on
us
their
out.
shops. Yeah. So I think, you know,
Go to Korea to buy skincare.
and I love this product so much. You know, it's one of those like products that go well in between like your moisturizer and like your serum. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a super fine mist, super moisturizing. Again, it's really good for like repairing skin barrier, like that's what it's supposed to do, soften the skin, moisturize the skin, like that's what the product is supposed to do. It's not heavy enough to be like obviously like a moisturizer, but it's also not light enough to put before like your serums and stuff, especially because it has like almost like an oiliness to it. Or
Is it a spray?
It's a spray.
Ah, it is a spray.
It feels like it has an, I don't know, some type of like emollient in it as well, because it comes up a bit shiny and like gives you like a glowy finish kind of thing. Where I loved using it before I use my moisturizer, just to like lock all like my serums and stuff in, and then I follow up with like a heavier, thicker moisturizer. But yeah, and even like on my days off, if I'm just chilling at home and my skin is just feeling like it needs a bit of a pick me up like throughout the day, that is one that I will now gravitate towards. As in like, guys, I started using this, it's not even been that long, but that bottle's almost empty.
Better go back to Korea.
10 out of 10 would recommend if you're someone who wants just that extra step within like your moisturizing routine. I would go for it. It's light enough that it doesn't make your entire routine feel like you've done too much and it's heavy, and yeah, just adds like a nice layer of moisture.
Sounds like a good introductory product into the skin line, basically.
But yeah, that's it, guys.
That's our skincare phase for 2022.
Those are our faves for 2022.
It's weird, the list seems smaller than last time. Last time it was
extensive. Last time we didn't even post it.
Yeah.
That's how long it was.
You didn't see it last time.
You didn't see it.
But you're gonna see it this time. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we discovered this year in terms of skincare and how much we buy and what we review, because I feel like the more you're getting into skincare, like you know which products you want and what work for you. So you're not like necessarily trying so many new products, but you're trying to find like a good curation that lasts on your shelf for like years to come, basically.
Yeah. Like I really enjoy like trying out new products, but
So
I have
good.
found that this year I didn't try out as many. Anyways, these are the products that I know I will be carrying into 2023 with me, and that I would recommend to anybody if they were to come up and ask me like, what do you want to use for hydration? What do you want to use for like brightening? Like all of those things. I think these are the ones that have played a big part in my skin being what it is this year. And yeah, that's it, guys.
It's always fun. Bye.
That's it. We shall see you in our next video.
Bye. Au revoir.